Okay, well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this Uxbridge College Virtual Open Day. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Before I start, just a few pieces of housekeeping for you. First of all, we have muted everyone's microphones this afternoon. If you do, for some reason, have your microphone unmuted, please would you kindly mute the microphone. But if you would like to ask some questions, you can do in our chat function, which we will then answer at the end of this session, and that our curriculum teams are here to answer any questions that you may have. Just to let you know, this session is being recorded this afternoon, and it's being recorded so we can share this afterwards. So if you miss any details, you can go back and have a look, and also to be put onto our website so it can be used at a later date. Okay, so I'm going to start this session this afternoon by showing a video telling you all about Uxbridge College and what we do at the college. So I'm just going to play that video for you. I'm going to welcome a video from our principal now, who has a personal welcome for you all.
Hello everyone, my name is Darryl, and as principal of Uxbridge College, I'm very pleased to be able to welcome you to this virtual open day session. I'm aware that lockdown has been a difficult time for everyone, and especially so if you've been trying to gain your qualifications this year. And if that is the case, I really do hope it's gone well for you. But now is the time to put next year's plans into action, and this virtual session should help you do exactly that. There are a range of career options open to you, and it's worth being aware that Uxbridge College offers some of the widest choice of academic, vocational and technical qualifications at various levels to suit your interests and abilities. The college has an excellent track record for success with consistently high performance over more than a decade. Currently, we are the highest performing college in London for 16 to 19 learners, and this has been the case for the last 2 years. Moreover, our A-level and English and Maths progress scores are amongst the highest in the country. Our teaching staff are specialists in their areas and bring with them vital industry experience to ensure that learning is relevant and that our learners achieve well. In addition, we have a strong reputation for quality support for our learners, and again, to ensure that they succeed and progress, which they do. We've continually invested in our facilities to ensure these are fit for purpose and to industry standard, and created really excellent social and recreational facilities for our learners when they're not in lessons. Now, our staff are here to help you, and Because we have such a wide range of choices, we will assist you in finding a suitable place at the college according to your qualifications and your abilities. But importantly, it'll be on a course that you are interested in and therefore have a best chance of succeeding in. I hope I've given you a little flavour of what's on offer at Uxbridge College, and should you wish to join us, I do encourage you to apply early to secure your place here at the college, and I very much look forward to meeting you and welcoming you in person in September. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you, Daryl, for that video there. And just to reiterate what Daryl said in his video, we are delighted to be the #1 college in London, and this was announced in March 2020 for the 2nd year running. And this is for our 16 to 18-year-old achievement, which shows that we are really a successful location for learning and for our students. And just to give you a flavour of the college before we move on to talking about the curriculum, and why are we #1 in London? Well, our learners say so, because in the FE Choices survey of London, we are #1 for student satisfaction across the whole of London. Also, we are #1 for our achievement across London, which shows that in our substantial qualifications, 99% of our learners achieve, which is important, and shows to you that when you come to the college, you are going to be in a place where people want you to do well and want you to succeed. And most importantly, that our students go on to great things, whether that be university, whether that be in the world of work, onto apprenticeships. It's about having those positive destinations for you to strive for. And at Uxbridge College, we do think about the whole learner, and we think about the whole learner in terms of not only their main qualification, but also their English and maths skills, their skills to be ready for the workplace, and also to make sure they're supported. And one of the things we're really proud of as a college is we have outstanding links with employers that come into the college and speak to students about their experiences firsthand. We also provide outstanding opportunities for placements, including industry placements, but also trips and visits to enhance what you learn in the classroom. And I know the curriculum team will mention this later on in their section. We're really proud of the industry standard and fantastic facilities we have at Uxbridge College, including our workshops, specialist workspaces and classrooms. These are really some of the best around, and these are there for you to have the best possible learning environment for you to succeed. As Darryl mentioned in his talk, our staff are highly qualified, and one of the things that makes us stand out is that our staff have industry experience and come from the places where you want to go to. So they can give you the skills and knowledge that you need to be ready for the workplace or for university. We also recognise that students want to come to college to also meet new people and to have a really positive life experience. And you can do that at Uxbridge College by making the most of college life. And you can do that through many student social events that we offer, including opportunities to fundraise and volunteer. We also think it's really important for students to share their views with us. So in order to shape college life, we have a very active student union as well. And we're not just saying that ourselves. In 2019, we had an Ofsted monitoring visit where Ofsted said to us that our teachers have high expectations for our learners, and that they also said that our learners know where to go if they need any problems in relation to their learning. And we're delighted to also know that our learners and apprentices are positive about their learning experiences and enjoy coming to Uxbridge College, which is fantastic. Okay, so I'm now going to hand you over to the curriculum team for the section. I'm going to hand you over to the section manager, David Storer, who's going to talk you through what we can offer here at Uxbridge.
Okay, thank you, Liam. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this really unusual experience for all of us, I think. Us in the Creative Arts Department very much like being face-to-face and engaging, particularly at this time of year, because as we come to the tail end of the year, our students get ready for really exciting events in the college Normally about now we would be preparing for our end of year summer shows, where our media, games and journalist students would be preparing to showcase the wide range of really fantastic work they produce on our course. Liam's in charge of the clicker this afternoon, so every now and again I might ask him to move on. So Liam, if you would like to move on, please. So yeah, as I said, welcome to Creative Arts at Uxbridge College. My name is David Storer and I am the section manager for the department. We are a very successful and very industry focused area within the college. And we pride ourselves in our industry knowledge, our industry expertise, and the team that delivers these exciting courses to our young creatives. Can you just flick on for me, Liam? You may have to do it just one more time. Thank you. And then just flick again. So aims of the presentation, I'm going to try and give you a very brief overview as best I can in this limited window. We're going to talk about the media department. I'm going to introduce you to the team. And we're going to then talk about the courses we offer. And then I'll be ending it with looking at the opportunities we provide our young creatives, the work experience progression and the student success. It's worth noting, do you want to just flick on for me, Liam? Thank you. It's worth noting that we take massive pride in our students, their success, their achievements, and their growth as industry professionals during their time with us. I believe wholeheartedly in a education in an FE college like ourselves, and for a young creative who wishes to go into the film and TV industry or the games industry or into journalism, there is no better place than coming to a department like ours. And I would say that over staying at your sixth form and doing A-levels there, for the simple fact is that you come to a department like us, we run our courses as professional industry studios, and you are taught not just by career educators, you are taught by people who have worked in the industry and still do work in the industry. So all the people I will introduce you to shortly are not just teachers. They are people who have spent their time in the industry or are still working within the industry and provide their skills, their knowledge, and their contacts to enhance and enrich the courses that they deliver. These photographs here, I think there's one more to come, Liam, before we move on to the next slide. These photographs here really do one thing, and that's celebrate our students, and they are the most important thing in our department, and we take great pride in seeing them progress to the industry. It is also worth noting before I talk about UAL that actually, although it's never really discussed within the news because there's always other things that perhaps take more precedence, the creative industry within this country is one of the most successful industries any young person could ever want to find a career in. Last year alone, the creative industry in this country contributed to over £1 billion to the national economy. And we are worldwide renowned as a nation for film and television and games and media and creative industries. So this little slide here is just briefly talking about our awarding body. A number of years ago, we made the decision, like other colleges around the country, to move away from the traditional BTEC FE vocational pathway and go over to the qualifications created and endorsed by the University of the Arts London. These are courses that are created by industry and creative professionals for young creatives who wish to go into that industry. They are tailor-made to provide knowledge, understanding, and those industry skills needed to progress beyond FE into HE or into that creative industry. Thank you, Liam. So we have really fantastic facilities, really world-class, fantastic studios for editing, for games design work. Just flick it on for me again, please, Liam. And we also have a lot of different editing suites, and we also have really good quality TV studios as well. Thank you. So the team, there's me in the centre looking slightly surprised. You have within the creative arts department the three people who are effectively running everything: Sue Tarrant, the head of school, myself, the section manager, and Mark Fowler, who's the course team leader for media. Mark is present this afternoon, and at the end of this presentation, should anybody wish to ask any questions, Mark is the person to be directing those questions towards. Thank you, Liam. So the core of the team, Roy, Dan, Patricia and Pablo, and you can see the different courses they run. Like I said at the start, these are industry professionals as well as educators. There is no better place to learn how to be that young creative you want to be than from people who haven't spent their entire careers teaching in schools. Thank you. And then they are supported by James Smith, our media technician, who's an incredibly knowledgeable person, everything from editing software through to cameras and recording equipment. So we have a number of courses in media Department of Creative Arts. Level 2 and Level 3 courses. We have Level 2s in Creative Media Production and Level 2 in Games Design and Animation. They're both one-year courses, and they actually provide the same qualification as GCSEs. So for some of our students who come to us, they may have had a disappointing experience at GCSE and feel like maybe they've lost that opportunity to progress into this industry, but that's not the case with these Level 2 courses. They provide that entry for these students who still wish to move into this industry. And then we have our Level 3 courses. There should be another one there, I believe, actually, Liam, if you can pop it there. Yeah, there we go. So we've got 3 Level 3 qualifications. Film and TV, game design, and our journalism and creative writing course. Now, the journalism and creative writing course is actually a fairly new course for us, and we're about to move into our 3rd year running it. And actually, it's a very unique course. There's very few courses like it in the country. Thank you, Liam. So just a little bit of information about the student body from last year. Roughly, year on year, we have somewhere around about 130 to 140 students, I believe. This year we've had slightly more, probably closer to 150. Approximately 80% of those students on the Level 2 courses progress onto the higher courses I mentioned earlier. We have a really strong emphasis on those work-relatable skills and employability. Our courses are very much industry-facing, and the skills that our young creatives learn on our courses are those skills needed to find that place in that exciting world of film, television, or game design or journalism. Looking very quickly there, the Level 3 extended diploma courses. Now this is just for the media production and games. Out of 35 learners, 30 of them progress directly to university at the end of their course. That's 86% out of both of those courses. And then there's that slight breakdown there. It's worth noting that those students who didn't progress straight to university progress straight to either apprenticeships or industry jobs, and they're good placements as well. Last year, BBC and Sky and other students go and get experience within the film industry as runners on productions. There is a really nice selection there of universities that our students feed into, and they are some of the best universities in the country. Bath Spa, Chelsea College of Arts, you've got Loughborough University there, that's I think in the top 4 or 5 in the world. The University of the Creative Arts, Kingston, Falmouth, University of Westminster, University of Bournemouth, Oxford Brookes and Goldsmiths. So we're not just talking about capital or London-based universities, we are talking about universities from all over the country that our successful young creatives go on to once they finish their study with us. Thank you, Liam. So I'm going to quickly go through the different courses and levels we have on offer, starting with Level 2 Creative Media. Roy is the course leader of this course. I've tried to put on these slides little information that you can read yourself about the entry requirements. It's not necessarily important that a student who enrolls onto a Level 2 course has had an experience in creative media or a media subject, but we would like and expect to see a passion for that. There's a nice picture there of the students out on an enrichment activity. On this course, there is really focused industry relatable skills. The students learn how to use camera, they learn about post and pre-production, they learn about editing, they learn about pacing, and they learn about how to construct all sorts of different types of media. There is also, and I'll talk about it briefly later on in the presentation, some really good opportunities in work experience and national competitions. Thank you, Lynn. Level 2 games, this is really about those students who have spent their lives at home being a gamer, playing computer games, and have that passion to move into the industry. That little line there, take those first steps from gamer to game designer, it couldn't be more true with this course. This course is providing the students with that entry level of understanding of what it means to step to the other side of the game industry, to be part of the construction of a game, and all those different facets that are involved in game creation, from environments to assets to script and stories and character design. There is an element of art and design on the games courses. So a student who perhaps has done a GCSE in art, or draws for their own interest at home in their own free time, may want to come onto a course like this, and as well as those digital skills, they'll start to learn those practical skills as well. Moving into the level 3 courses, so these next few slides are courses that are the equivalent of doing an A-level qualification. So they're 2-year courses, diploma year and extended diploma year. Pretty much all our students who begin the level 3 course on the first year progress to the second year. Now, a student doing a level 3 course who is concerned about how it may weight up against doing the standard 3 A-levels at their 6th form, do not need to worry, because doing a level 3 course at Uxbridge with UAL, if they complete the 2-year course, they will gain the same level of qualification and UCAS required points for university as if they had undertaken those 3 A-levels at A-level. Really exciting course this. All sorts of practical skills being learned about in front and behind the camera. Again, post-production and pre-production, and learning to understand about pacing of filming and editing and construction of various different media output. Run by Patricia, again, industry professional with lots of knowledge, and again, lots of really good industry facing skills and links to work experience and enrichment. If we move on to the next one, so again, we're going up that level again with games design, so there's much more in-depth learning on the level 3 games design course. Lots of really in-depth and thorough understanding of the mechanics of creating those assets and those character design and environments in games. And there's also that increased level of contextualization and critical awareness on these level 3 courses. So as well as the practical side, the students are employing lots of other skills into these. Research, maths and English all factor into a really important part of level 3 courses. You'll see with these level 3 courses, the entry requirements are slightly higher, 5 GCSEs at grade 4. Again, lots of students will move up and progress from a level 2 course. So if you've done a level 2 course elsewhere, or even in our college, you can progress to these level 3 courses. We do expect a merit on a level 2 as an entry requirement. And generally, if you come for an interview, we also would like to see some element of written work, and we'd like to see some sort of evidence of games animation practical work. It could be drawing, it could be designs and concept art, for example. If we move on to journalism. So journalism's a fairly new course for us and a massively exciting course. Journalism really, and that idea of creative writing, really encompasses everything within the journalistic world, ranging from traditional printed media through to audio and documentaries, vlogging, etc., etc. So on this course, there is such an introduction into what it means to be a journalist or a creative writer, which again can feed into any one of these other creative industries we have talked about in film and television or elsewhere within the arts. Similar entry requirements to the other level 3 qualifications we offer. Just to let you know, when this PowerPoint is posted up onto the college website, you will be able to click on the links to look at that media content that our students have done, and there will be also links to YouTube channels of students' work undertaken and produced on those level 3 courses. So as I said earlier, work experience is a massive part of our course. It is very much within the Creative Arts Department in the Media, Games Design and Journalism course that we prepare our students and our young creatives to work in one of the most rewarding but one of the most challenging industries in the world. So to do that, our industry professionals who run the course have those industry links, and we put a large emphasis on work experience and national competitions. And you'll see there a selection of different companies and competitions that our students are encouraged to take part in and are built into their program of study, into the units that they have to cover. And they get to go out and experience what it's like to be on sets or to meet film directors or director of photographies, or work with those professionals. And we also have those professionals come into the studio to give talks and lectures as well. If we can just move on, I think we've got some nice photographs coming up. So we've got a whole selection of images here, really, of students working on independent films in various different roles that media industry requires. And this sort of thing happens regularly throughout the entire year of the courses that we run. If we can move on again, Liam, thank you. Nice photograph of them there at the end of the shoot. And then other things we do as well, which is a really exciting thing, is that we do have those links at places like Pinewood and Shepperton Studios, where students can go and work with big companies like Netflix. So there's a nice photograph here of the cast and crew on the last series of Criminal UK that is on Netflix. And we had a number of students who went off and worked with that crew during days on set filming. So again, fantastic experience for young creatives to have that foot in the door of the industry. Thank you. So on top of that, not just the industry, we also focus on those progressions to university. And one of the many things we do is that students go to UCAS events throughout the year. These photographs of, I think there's another one to come, or another couple to come actually, Liam, of students taking part in the UCAS event last year that happens every October. We do it every October. It will happen again this October, all lockdown willing, but hopefully it will. And it's a chance for our students to meet the people from the universities that they're interested in. What's really exciting about this is that for a lot of London-based students, they don't necessarily think about universities outside the country, outside the capital, and often the universities outside the capital are some of the best in the country. So they get that opportunity to speak to them without necessarily having to make that journey themselves. I think if we flick on a couple of more, Liam, there's a nice little group shot at the Excel Centre, and we move on. And again, like I was talking about earlier, we put real emphasis in learning outside the studio, or the classroom, as it were. So our students take part in lots of enrichment activities. Level 2 students here going to the Into Film Festival and meeting directors. And also, although I don't have a picture of it, our students before Christmas last year, as part of the Into Film Festival, got to meet Edgar Wright, the quite successful, well-known British director who started his career off in space and directed Baby Driver. And they get these wonderful experiences where they get to meet industry professionals, see private screenings, and have Q&As with them, with these people afterwards. If we move on, thank you, Liam. Again, unfortunately, these are all still photographs, but this link is available for you. And a lot of the work our students do go up onto our tutors' YouTube channels for a wider audience to see. Thank you. And then just ending with some student experiences of feedback from students who have come to our college and really got a lot out of it. we are a strong creative department. We do instill professional creative practice within our young creatives, so that when our students leave us, they've been provided with the skills, the knowledge, the understanding to find that success at university or within that industry. And I think our success speaks for itself, really. I believe that's it, Liam. I think the last slide is probably just a thank you. Yeah. So that's me, and that's our fantastic department. Now, I believe Liam's going to talk a little bit more about some other support within the college. When he does say there's time for questions, I also have the course team leader, Mark, on this presentation as well, who will be available to answer any real in-depth questions that any of you may have about any of the courses I've talked about or any of the opportunities I've talked about today. So I'll hand back to Liam now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, David. And just to say, that was a really fantastic presentation. There was absolutely loads and loads of information, and I hope you have lots of questions that you'd like to ask David, as he said, at the end of this session. I just wanted to talk about our support at Uxbridge College and what we do for our learners. We have a really fantastic support network at the college, and here are some of the things that we do. So, for example, we have really excellent careers advice and progression support. So whether you're wanting to come to the college and not sure what you want to do, then we have advisors who can give you the information you may need to make an informed decision. Also, though, you may be at the college and you're not sure whether you'd like to go to university or go to work, or you're looking for a part-time work. So our careers team are really outstanding in giving you that information. For any students who have got special educational needs, or what we call educational healthcare plans, and we do have a dedicated learning support team to support you at the college. Even before when you start, we can help you with any adjustments or anything that you may need to make sure you can access the learning that you require. So if you do have any of those needs and want to speak to somebody, then you can contact us and we will be in contact with you to make sure that happens. So please don't worry. We also ensure that our learners are supported with their welfare and any personal issues that sometimes may come up. So we have a really brilliant student support team at the college who speak to our students for various different reasons and to support you with your pastoral needs. And that also includes giving learners financial support in the form of bursaries. So there's options for students to get bursaries to attend the college. So if you do come and join us, then please do speak to our team if you are eligible for those. And of course, finally, academic support. We're here to help you in terms of your writing of coursework and essays. And we have a really good resource team in the college to support you with your academic needs. Okay, so if you have liked what you've heard today, and there's been lots, we've obviously spoke about lots today, then this is how you can apply. Just to say, obviously during these times, we are not currently, the college is currently closed, but you can apply, I'm pleased to say, online, which is the quickest and easiest way for you to apply for the courses. So what you need to do is just select the course on the college website and click on the orange apply button. And what this will do is this will create an application account for you where you can log back in at any time to view your details and update your information. And don't worry, the form doesn't take too long. And once you've submitted your form, we will contact you to tell you what the next steps are. If you would rather download the application form, you can do from our website, and you can post it or email it to us if you wish. So if you require any more information that we haven't provided today, of course, as we've mentioned, you can put questions into the chat, but there's also other ways of doing that. So if you want to have a chat with our team, you can give them a call on the telephone, and that is 01895 85 3333. So I'll say that one more time. It's 01895 85 3333. And if you would like to email the college, it's inquiries@uxbridgecollege.ac.uk. Also, you can go onto our website and find lots of information there, which is www.uxbridgecollege.ac.uk. So I'd like to thank you for your time this afternoon in attending this session. If you have any questions, again, please do put it in the chat. And I wish you all a really safe and healthy time, and thank you again for attending this afternoon.